Hi guys, it's me, Ren. Welcome to my channel and Yep, it's me. And right now I'm still in Malaysia, but tonight I'm going back to Korea. Yeah, so before that I want to have more videos and to talk about my ideas about things. And today I want to talk about our church. Yeah, basically my channel, basically everything talking about church, but yeah. I want to talk about why we have so much problems in our church, and is it so necessary that in another question, is it so necessary is that our church system, our church structure directly reflects to our teaching? Okay, yeah, this is my questions to you. But then, yeah, always all the time people have assumptions that okay, if the church is going with this way, if they are using this kind of methods, it means that they are truly believing in everything. These are the teachings from true parents, and it must be true because usually people don't lie, especially leaders, right? The leaders who are really closer, much more closer to a true mother, they have chance to talk to true mother and so on. And unfortunately, I need to tell the answer is no. Even though true mother and even the true father, the answer is no. Why? And why they will just hold a position and everything. So if you just look back to what the divine principle talking about, and divine principle is like really the exposition of divine principle is like really focusing on talking about God is the intellectual God, but actually true father say that God is the God of love. It's not the God of intellectual, but the God of love. So the love comes first. So it's the emotion, intellect, and will. So these are the sequence, and instead of like intellect going to the priority. But then at that time, the exposition of different principles still like remain with uh, the writer like mindset and putting intellectual as the first key. And why true father don't really do it? Because true father always believed that, because he believed in love, right? So he believed that true love, people will only do absolute surrender. And when we say absolute surrender, in another word, we can say absolute obedience. Yeah, but then at the time, it's not truly, but true parents don't force people to do something, and they will just only try to the only things that true parents can only do, from what I know, from true father, he will just keep on forgiving the leader, and unless it's a situation is like so bad, then only then, yeah, I need to change your position and to calm down, and is that, yeah, but usually like true father, only true father are the one who are just trying to just scold the leader, but not too much. I mean, when I mean too much, they can take further actions like, oh, just go into the court case and trying to attack and trying to ask them to pay more. And in an intellectual way, this is what they're supposed to do. And personally, sometimes, yes, myself, and sometimes I hope it just happening that way. But a lot of time, true father, the true parents' mission is to love everyone. That's their somehow like that's their goal, that's their agony, that's their limitation. They can only love everyone, and yeah, that's why they don't really punish on the people. And a lot of people will just accuse and saying that because your parents also taking the money. And my personal analyzations, no, true parents don't really have a chance to really taking money out of anything. Like the only thing they can do is that, okay, I decide to do an activity, and it's not through my money but using church money to run this activity. But their personal life, no, they don't really have too much money to spend onto it. Yeah, and that is like something really surprising, especially like if you can link it to back to what happened to True Mother court case. And yeah, you can say true mother lying, like, oh, true, like when you know who took away all the money. And do true mother know? True mother will just say, wow, really, I don't really know this, because what she do, she can only believe onto the people around her and trying to believe in the leaders. Those leaders surrounded her, and so whatever they report to mother were like, okay, maybe it don't make sense, but since you already reported, I need to accept it. That's what true mother usually will do. Yeah, that's the situation. So that's why, like, even for from a Reverend Kendu's message, when he say that when there is a second gen member suddenly just report to true mother saying that in the church she don't feel any love, the church has no love. True mother was totally shocked. Yep, that's like so easy for making true mother shock, and a lot of people will just question why, like, she has spiritual eyes, why she don't look at it when you. It's something much more like, do you want to just take up the gas onto every people? I mean, that's the first thing I was just thinking about. Like, true mother will be much more easy onto the leaders and saying that bring the result and coming out and just showed it to us and let us like and report to me, because she don't want a long meeting. She usually will make it short. And yeah, leaders is really good at making narrative sounds good, but it's only making the narrative sounds good, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the incident itself is good. Yeah, a lot of time it happen in this way. So because of this, a lot of this kind of things accumulating, and that's why my question just comes. So is our church always running as what true parents wishing for, or actually we are living far away? So from a personal I take the guess and I make the conclusion based on my experience. The answer is no. Why? Because actually, true parents don't really give a methodology. Usually, true parents don't really give a methodology. They were just saying that, okay, so because of because of the victory, we need to do a celebration. Because of we need to gather of every single member. So let's have a Sunday service. Let's set up a traditional Sunday service. Let's set up a traditional hundoke. Let's try to do something, and every single program itself is have a very specific purpose. It's like either we try to read true parents' word, either we try to listen to some sharings, either we will try to gather the people up so their heart will just be connected together. As I already explained about like a unification thought, four position like internal side of the four position foundation. The God's centering on God's heart, the product is the union. I think that is what true parents is trying to do. But a lot of time, a lot of the leaders, because they only come into the church, as I already talked about it, like they come into the church because they are much more fear towards to the outside world. Sorry to say, but yes, they are usually much more weaker outside. So that's why they try to search for love inside the church, or there's a rare case, or only a small percentage of them is that they feel love in the family, but then they still come into the church. And that is the rare case. But usually people is like, because they don't get it, they don't have love in their origin family. So that's why they try to gain love inside the church. So when they come in, they will just bring all the burdens on their back, and that's why, like, when the church is running, they have their own perspective, and always the parents are not pushing, but the leaders is trying to pushing, and all this kind of like how the people try to set up the culture, set up the foundation itself is not really aligned to the true parents, because there's too many like the past experience that binding them in the past and not allowing them to doing this way. Yeah, so because of this, but then people still blind onto that. Like, not so many people talking about like how their personality. Not so many people trying to talk about their trauma as something that they want to cure about it. They usually, when they talk about trauma, it's just because they want to be the victim of it. You know what's the meaning about it is that, oh, like one type of person is that, oh, because of this trauma I'm lacking of this ability, but I'm trying to learn about it. Can you try to teach me about something? Another type of person is saying that, yeah, because of this trauma I don't have this ability, and you just need to cure about me. You can only cure about me, and that's it. Yeah. And usually those kind of people, especially in the early days, because it's much more easy to uh, attract people. Like true parents, like their ability is to make everyone to be feel loved. Like that's their ability. If you try to look about, like even true father can go and just visit, take a visit to Kim Jong Un and also to the Gorbachev. Yeah, there's all the other leaders trying to kill him in the past. True father still try to love them, and in the end, those leaders like taking like a we call it surrender, but it's not a surrender in a kind of that you will be shame, but just that surrender and become a brother sisterhood, or like even like a parents and childrenhood. Like this kind of relationship is a love relationship. Yeah, this kind of situations. But then those early members, sorry to say, they start to take up. They don't change their intellectual mind. They only just try to understand from what they know because of the past experiences. They just try to understand from what they know, and they imply onto the daily life, imply onto the church activities, imply into the church system, and the church system just form in this way. And after that, because no, because true parents can't really like just attack onto them, because they really putting efforts into it. They're trying to make something. So that's why true parents, the only thing true parents can wait, can do is wait. Yeah. That's what true parents doing. Always they are waiting, and that's why true fathers say that if you want to be perfect, like truly like be pure, then you need to wait until like 7 generation after. And true mother, whenever she talk about pure water, sorry for a lot of new members, but true mother keep on saying that the second gen and third gen and fourth gen, you are the pure water. True mother didn't really express into the first gen. Why? Because when she just mentioned first gen, then the first gen will just take up the pride in them, in their self, and just say that you need to inherit all the tradition through me, not through parents, just through me. And this kind of education like pipeline itself, it will just make the process longer. So that's why True Mother just say that every one of you connects to me. But yeah, a lot of time, from what I see, yeah, is that the leaders don't really want to take up responsibility. They want to take a benefit. They want to take a profit. So that's why they just use true parents' name. And like in the past, I can share a case like in the past in Taiwan. In Taiwan, they have a technology company, so they're almost be ready to put out onto the market. And when you put out onto a market, you have stocks, and you can run. Usually, you can run like pretty stable, and there's a lot of like public fund will just also flow into it. And True Parents personally also invest into that stocks. And at the time, so many members saw that, oh, True Parents also invest into stocks, so they also join in their funds as well. But then at the time, the world leader, the world mission leader, the IHQ International Headquarters leader, he just came to Taiwan, and he just say one thing. He say that, oh, how can we just try to waste our True Parents money into something that it will just bring in the end? So yeah, we'll just take out all the money. And he just took out all the money. So a lot of the members at the time, their faith just lost. I can't blame them, but I just really questioning to the leader, like why he would just do all this, and do true parents really doing that? Because true father, he will just even invest car company in China, in North Korea, even though he know these two countries might just steal away his technology and his company without any payback. But he will still invest because he tried to love all the children. But then the leaders just try to use true parents narrative and trying to say that, oh, we cannot just lose true parents money, and he just took it away. In Malaysia, in the past, there also have leaders like the Korean leaders, just okay, after buying the church buildings, and because he was the national leader, and he just taking his name, putting his name into the building. And at first, people just thought that, oh yeah, he's a righteous person, right? So he would just try to run the church good. At least he won't do something bad. But then after that, he was being like putting down because like he really bring a lot of problem to Malaysia. And but then the things that he do for the church building is that, okay, right now the church is under my name, is no longer a church. If you want the church back, yeah, sure, pay me the money, and the money is like quite high for that time. So how are you gonna do when a lot of this kind of system that it was meant to be easy in the utopia, and people just trying to go with the system of trust and turn into like a system of like betray, and it was just making people just trying to just doing all the protections itself. But the protection itself is not something what true parents doing, so they set up a lot of unnecessary boundaries, and it's not something good, to be honest. It's not something good, but they just set up. So that's why, um, even if you see like in the Bible, the first generation, those who followed Moses, actually they already gave up like the to worship the golden calf. But then, yeah, still, even though they put up, they have so many faith as a first generation, they die. They all need to die in the wilderness, and only left the second generation that who are born in the wilderness, they can be the one who enter the Canaan. Yeah, and a lot of time it's not because of that they didn't put efforts or they are not pure enough, but yeah, your past experience itself, yeah, it's not pure enough. Like your past experience itself, it will just bring you to chaos. So that's why True Mother always just say that we need a new generation. True Mother needs the pure water. True Mother needs the needle, and all this, yeah, that's how True Mother trying to guide all of us, yeah, in this sense. Yeah. So I think, yeah, this will be my content for today. I hope it will just explain to you a little bit, and also for you to have a insight knowing that, yeah, not everything will be good, especially when you just see like there's a lot of problems happening here and there all the time. Yeah. So I hope to see you all next time, and yeah, hope you all can just supporting me a little bit. So put a thumbs up, share it, and also comment below, and see you in my next video. See ya.